The top story this morning, the Minister of Forestry, Fisheries and the Environment, Barbara Creecy, will today launch the South African Pavilion at the COP28 conference in Dubai. The pavilion will bring together business and civil society and public sector policymakers to discuss the just energy transition in South Africa and other issues. But for more on this, let's cross over to our international news editor, Sophie Mokoena, who is covering the COP28 conference in Dubai. Sophie, a very good morning to you. Talk to us about this pavilion. Perhaps maybe let us know how important it actually is at the climate change conference.
You know that there has been a concerted effort to ensure that you bring in business as part of this conference so that they can make their own contributions. But not only that, also you bring civil society so that they can also participate at a conference like this. And therefore, the South African government, the Department of Environmental Affairs, took a decision that they will always have this exhibition, but it's not exhibition per se. You engage with different stakeholders. As we speak, they've started already, the discussions are on, but the minister will officially open this pavilion today. But to speak to us about this pavilion, I have with me Reitumetse, Molotsoane, who is head of environment and also stakeholders in relation to society. Why is it important to have this pavilion?
So thank you very much for the opportunity. It's a very critical platform. Climate change is a multifaceted issue. We all need to come to the table. And so the National Business Initiative, working with the South African government through our Department of Forestry, Fisheries and Environment, has put in place quite a long-term partnership to make sure that South Africa as a whole, all stakeholders, have a strong presence at COP. We are coming here to tell the story of what the South African transition means as we are trying to achieve a low-carbon economy, but one that is also resilient. And it's really about being able to communicate quite clearly to the world that we recognize as a country that this is something that has to be implemented across all spheres by all stakeholders. And so this initiative by the National Business Initiative and our government counterparts really provides that space.
In terms of the South African business, is there interest? When we were in Egypt, it was quite massive. Big companies, Eskom and many others. This time around, it looks like it's a low key.
I don't think it's a low key. So compared to our presence last year, the business delegations are even bigger. And I think what we're seeing is that they're richer. Massive interest from key actors in the financial sector. You've got ABSA, you've got 91. We have Eskom still. You have key institutions, even in the state space, like the IDC. We have conservation organizations like Oppenheimer Generations also represented. So quite a big, range of stakeholders.
And mining companies?
Of course, and mining companies, those that are right at the coalface, as it were, of this transition. So Sasol is in the room, we've got Exxaro in the room, but I think what is important is a demonstration of the commitment to decarbonize our economy, to seek the opportunities, to put in place the plans, but also mobilize the networks, the collaborations that are going to get us there.
Thank you so much for your time. You heard it, the business community, but also civil society. I saw many young people. You'd recall when the president was here on Saturday, he did engage with many young people, and therefore it looks like the work is continuing. But the minister will officially launch this pavilion later today, and next to the South African pavilion you also have the Tanzanian pavilion and many other countries around, and also Italy. And I think it is a moment for South Africa to communicate its position, particularly in relation to this just energy transition. But we'll bring you more at 9 o'clock. We'll engage other people, role players. The Oppenheimers are here. You'd recall that they did launch a program on environment last month, and we will be in conversation with the Oppenheimers in terms of what they are doing now since they've decided to pull out of De Beers.